All right, you guys, let's talk about another kind of connection. So yesterday we talked about text to self connections, and we said that that's when we're reading a book and we think about something that happened in our own life and we make a connection to something that happened to us. Okay, that's called text to self. We're going to learn about, excuse me, a new kind of connection today. And this connection is called text to world connections. Okay, so a text to world connection is when it reminds you of something that's happened in the world, whether it happened a long time ago or it's happening right now in the world. Okay? So what we are going to do is we're going to pull out this paper and we're going to try and make a text to world connection. So, once you have this paper, you might need to pause. If you've got it out, keep listening. It says, Hoot and Peep could teach the world what? So in order to make a text to world connection, we need to think about what's happening in the world. What could Hoot and Peep teach others in our world right now? When I think of this, I think of, well, what Hoot and Peep could teach people is, sorry, I'm eating an apple and it's like caught in my throat. What Hoot and Peep could teach the world is, I would say something about accepting others and kindness. Because Hoot, at first, was not very accepting of Pete, right? Or of Peep. Hoot did not like that Peep liked to sing and was different than most owls. But by the end of the story, Hoot was very okay with it. He was accepting of his sibling Peep. Okay? He liked the way that she was, just for herself. Now, if I think about things that are happening in this world right now, there's a lot of hate in this world right now. There are a lot of people that are not being kind to each other. There are a lot of people that are not accepting of others' opinions and others' feelings. Okay? Think about, if anybody knows anything about, we'll talk about this too in a little bit, not today, but coming up, we have an election coming up. An election is when we get to vote. It's called the presidential election because we are going to vote for the next president of the United States. Okay, if you're an adult, if you're over 18, you get to vote for the president of the United States. I'm not going to get too into all of that right now, but people have different opinions on who they want to be president. And sometimes people are not very accepting of other people's opinions. If I want one person to be president and somebody else wants another person to be president, is that okay? It absolutely is. It absolutely is okay. I don't have to agree with somebody else's opinion, but I have to accept it. Okay? I don't have to think it's right, but I have to accept it and just be okay with it. So that's what I think Hoot and Peep could teach the world. Hoot and Peep could teach the world. Why don't we all write the same thing today? You only need one of these. I'm going to write first and then I'll worry about cutting it out. Hoot and Peep could teach the world how to be accepting of others. Hoot and Peep could teach the world how to be accepting of others. All right? And this doesn't have to just go for the President of the United States. This could go for anything, you know? If My favorite ice cream is chocolate, and I think that the best flavor of ice cream is chocolate. Somebody else might have a different opinion. They might think that a different flavor of ice cream is the best ice cream. But we still have to be accepting of their opinion. Okay? All right. So if you're not done writing, I want you to pause and finish writing. If you are done, choose whatever circle that you wrote in to cut out. All right, grab your notebook, open to your next blank page. You're gonna glue that in. Okay, there it is. Next, it's kind of blurry, sorry. Next, I want to teach you a vocabulary word. All right, the word is peep. Everyone say peep. A peep is a weak, sharp sound of a young bird. All right, so when we talk about what sound a baby bird would make, we might say peep, peep. Here's the word. It says peep, a weak, sharp sound of a young bird. And then it says, why didn't Hoot want Peep to peep? I want you to cut one of these out. Once you find it, you might need to pause and find this page and then cut it out and glue it on the next blank page at the top, okay? Man, that apple is really caught in my throat. All right, I've got mine glued on. If you're not at this point yet, that's okay. Pause until you're ready. So, why didn't Hoot want Peep to peep? I want you to think about that before I help you with the answer. So pause the video, try to answer this on your own. Okay, so what did you come up with? Why didn't Hoot want Peep to peep? I think that Hoot didn't want Peep to peep because he didn't want her to be different. He wanted her to follow the rules just like him. He wanted Peep to be just like him. All right? I'm not going to write down the answer for you. I want you to do the best that you can to answer the question on your own. You can write what I just said, or if you have a different answer, you can answer that way too. Why didn't Hoot want Peep to peep? Whatever you think the answer is, I want you to write it down, and then you could draw a picture up here to match. Okay? And that's the end for today. So go ahead and finish this page, and then I'll see you at math time or center time, whenever I call you next. Bye.